Well, every once in a while, there's a story that stays with you, right close to the heart. And it seems that this is the case with our next story of little Cami Carver.
Mark, you'll remember that the last time I told everyone about Cami, she was in desperate need of a bone marrow transplant, and so many of you wanted to help. You went, you got your cheek swabbed to see if you might possibly be a match. Most importantly, Cami and her story stayed with you, and I received numerous inquiries on Facebook and Twitter, as well as people in person just asking, how is Cami? Did she find her match? Well, I've been thinking about her. Good news for all of you tonight. Cami did find her miracle.
It's been hard, like my nurses and my doctors are saying you're not going to get cancer again, and yet you get it again.
I first introduced you to 8-year-old Cami Carver in August. She was desperate for a bone marrow transplant, and time was running out.
How amazing would that be to get a phone call one day and be like, there's a little girl, we can't tell you much about her, but she's dying and you can save her life. You know, we are counting on somebody saying yes to that.
Dad, be careful.
Bald is beautiful.
Fast forward to October, Halloween to be exact, and it's no trick, but a treat, a match. The odds? 1 in 10 million.
She only had one perfect match in the whole registry.
Before Cami can receive this gift, she has to endure massive doses of chemo and radiation.
They usually lay down, but she's getting total body radiation. We put her treat.
On the day we meet her at Huntsman Cancer Institute, she and her beloved companion, Froggy, are strapped in and ready for business.
Okay, baby girl, you can do this.
These intense treatments take Cami literally to the brink of death. She must almost die to kill the diseased blood and to get the new healthy bone marrow from a stranger who lives all the way across the country.
He more than likely doesn't know anything about Cami except for that it's an 8-year-old girl that needs his marrow to live.
A stranger who on the very day I interview the family is making the donation.
They took his bone marrow from his hip, put it in a bag, and they put it in a cooler, and an RN has to escort that back here to Salt Lake City, and they bring it right to Cami.
Once they get it inside her, once we see it actually go inside her, we'll feel a lot better because it's just anxiety.
Happy BMT birthday to you.
Relief comes in spades the next day at Cami's second birthday party as the new healthy bone marrow is pumped into her frail, tired little body.
You know, their DNA will be the same after this, so they will be like brother and sister, essentially. Closer than brother and sister.
All your family.
And now in their hearts, an honorary member of the Carver family. The man, the stranger, who gave them the gift that no one else could.
You just show him her and be like, look what you did, you saved her, and thank you from us, and I think it'll be really cool for him.
Legally, the rules of the bone marrow registry don't allow the donor and the recipient to meet for a year, and even then, the donor will still be able to say no. It's the hope of this reunion that will help Cami and her parents get through the tough months ahead.
Because I want to know who he is so bad and just say thank you so much. Look this is my daughter, this is a picture of her, and you know, this is our family, and you're keeping us together.
It's another bend in the winding road of this cancer journey that Cami and her family keep fighting to walk.
You know, life is short and the silly things just don't matter. And sometimes it takes a kid getting sick to realize those things, to forgive people, to, you know, just to do what's right in your life.
It is a long road back to health. Cami won't be in school for several more months. This transplant happened several days ago, and I talked to the mom, Chelsea, today, and she said they're still waiting for her body to accept the bone marrow, which can sometimes take up to 30 days. So right now she's in a lot of suffering, and it's a long process.
And I think the thing that everybody learned from the story is that you can be a donor. Go get swabbed. You could be that 1 in 10 million chance of saving somebody else. You know, you can get swabbed, you could be a match, you don't have to go through with it. They contact you, and you can still make that choice later on down the road if you want to do it. But for her, that was a 1 in 10 million chance to survive, and somebody was unselfish enough to give her that chance, and that's what being a donor is all about.
One of the things that the mom said that didn't make it in the story was, you know, he could have had a million other things to do. He could have had a wedding that weekend. He could have had extra stress on his job. He could have been, you know, had a million excuses because he had signed up 2 years ago.
Right.
And didn't know anything about Cami and wasn't legally allowed to be told, you know, that you're the one and only chance, because legally they can't disclose that kind of information. And so you're just at the mercy of a stranger's kindness, and he did that.
Well,
for her.
that stranger is a hero tonight. No matter where he is or who he is, we thank him for helping her survive.
And we're going to go to the reunion in 1 year.
We'll be there.
Hopefully when they meet, yes.
All right.
We love you, Cami.
All right, we're wearing our little Cami bracelets
Yes,
too. Cami
we're all
strong.
Cami
So,
strong at 2
I don't know if we
News.
gave. I don't know if we gave Sterling.
Sterling,
one or not.
yes.
Did we?
I gave you one. I hope you're
Okay.
wearing it. Yay!
There it is.
You know, there's so many people that are waiting for a transplant too, and
It's true.
a lot of us, it's pretty close to home.